Hello there, I'm the student and this is another video on my channel, and today I wanted to show you just a little trick in the game that I think most of the people don't know about. Let's just get right into it. So as you can see, I've choose to play Naples in this game. It's a non-Iron Man game. I just set up a casual Naples game, probably by the 1560s or something you could be at this stage. What I wanted to show you has to do with those 4 provinces over here. But what I wanted to show you is that you can become Jerusalem as any nation that you are playing. And it has to do with this decision over here, which says re-establish the Kingdom of Jerusalem. This decision says that you need to own core provinces of the Jerusalem state, which are those 3 provinces over here. Then it says you need to be at peace and you need to have the Jerusalem province in a state. What it doesn't say over here is that you can only get this decision if you are Catholic. And what this decision does is, as you can see, Jerusalem gains core on a lot of provinces around, which are basically those provinces over here. And as you can see over here, you will release Jerusalem as an independent state with your culture as their culture and with Catholic as their main religion and with the Crusader State Tier 1 government reform, which you also can get if you form Jerusalem by Cyprus or something. But what this decision doesn't say over here is that you can change this outcome of this decision if your capital is in the regions of Egypt or Arabia. So not in the Mashriq region over here where Jerusalem is, but if your capital is in the Egypt or in the Arabia region, then this decision can change. And it can change if you use one of those provinces in the Egypt region, such as this province over here, for you to move your capital to that province. And after you did that, you're going to see that this decision is actually going to change. As you can see, it doesn't say anymore that you're going to release Jerusalem. Instead, it says country changes to Jerusalem. On top of that, you also get the event New Traditions and Ambitions, because you're obviously forming a new nation, and you get the Crusader State Government Form Tier 1, which I'm going to show you in just a second. Now it says Jerusalem gains cores on all of those provinces, but obviously if I click this mission, I'm going to change to Jerusalem. As you can see, government changed and I get New Traditions and Ambitions, but also actually I got the cores right now. As you can see, those are the cores that you get from the decision. Now, the New Traditions and Ambitions actually lets you take the Jerusalem ideas. And the Jerusalem ideas are actually pretty good if you have a look on it. As you can see, 2% missionary strength, 15% morale of armies. That's actually a lot. And on top of that, if you finish it, 25% national manpower. 1 prestige, 1 legitimacy, nice. Yearly papal influence +2 and courier powers cost -10%, a really unique one. 5% discipline, 1 missionary and missionary maintenance cost. 1 missionary is a very rare idea group actually. Landliga shock is kind of irrelevant. Fort defense 25% is quite a huge number actually. And +2 diplomatic reputation, which is a lot for a national idea. But that's not all, obviously. As I said, you also get a new government reform Tier 1, which is Crusader State, where you basically are a monastic order, but if you form it as a kingdom, as a monarchy, then you keep being a monarchy. As you can see, those are the monarchy reforms, but you still get the Tier 1 reform, which gives you +15% manpower recovery speed. It's fine, but you also get a permanent casus belli against neighboring heathen and heretics, which is essentially the same modifier that you get from Deus Vult over here from religious ideas. With the exception that obviously you get this without taking religious ideas, which you probably won't even need if you also take the national ideas. And if you want to take religious anyways, then this is still way faster to get. Which means that you can basically start crusading into other religions day 1 after you form Jerusalem, which, as you saw of the decisions, there wasn't any time or any tech that you needed, you can just do it as soon as you got those 4 provinces. So that's not even all, because also you obviously get the mission tree of the Crusader states, which is the mission tree for Jerusalem itself, but also for Cyprus, the Knights, and I think also Epirus or something, which provides you with a lot of permanent claims. And if I say a lot, I mean a lot. Just to say, this gives you claims on Greece, further Greece and Constantinople, this on the Anatolia and Balkans regions. So all of those regions over here, you get permanent claim on every single province in it. Same goes also for this mission tree of the maritime missions, which gives you permanent claims on 4 cities over here, and after you conquer them, you get permanent claims on basically the whole region over here. And that's not even all. You also get permanent claims on the Holy Land over here, as you can see, Aleppo. You get further claims on the surroundings of Jerusalem, and over here this mission gives you a permanent claim on literally every province in the Egypt region, except for like this desert state over here. And on top of that, this mission tree provides you with several modifiers that last until the end of the game, such as this event over here, which gives you, I think, manpower until the end of the game. This mission over here, which the event that you get from that gives you the Knights Templar Mercenary Company until the end of the game, without it costing professionalism. This modifier over here gives you missionary maintenance costs until the end of the game, which together with your national ideas and the modifier in religious ideas makes it literally 0 maintenance. Then you get over here, as you can see, +1 additional papal influence until the end of the game. And this event over here lets you decide whether you want to open the Ark of the Covenant or if you want to just put it into your capital, which both gives modifiers until the end of the game. I think if you open it, you get additional papal influence or church power. And in either case, you get permanent 1 yearly prestige until the end of the game. This event over here obviously lets you form the Latin Empire, which is rather not a modifier, but a whole new tag that was implemented in 1.35. At the end of this mission tree over here, you get permanent morale of navies +10% and ship trade power +15% until the end of the game. And a really very unique modifier is if you found the Fountain of Youth, or it doesn't say that here, if you discovered all of South America and didn't found it, then if you have the Amazonia state colonized, then you get until the end of the game average monarch lifespan +15%, which is a really unique modifier. And also pretty interesting for the roleplay, obviously. And in my opinion, the best thing of all of those things that I've just told you is that Jerusalem is not an endgame tag, which means that after you completed their mission tree, after you got all of those modifiers or those modifiers that you want, you can form other nations, such as, for example, the 2 Sicilies, as I'm Neapolitan culture, obviously, with admin tag 10. And then also you can obviously keep those huge national ideas that are really strong in my opinion. Obviously not so good for the economy, but for the military and for the conversion and for the Catholic gameplay, I think this is actually an S-tier idea group. The only downside of forming anything else would be that you are going to lose the Crusader State tier 1 reform over here. But after you took religious ideas over here, you would basically don't need that anymore. So yeah, that's also not that bad in my opinion. Did you know before this video that any nation can form Jerusalem via the decision that I showed you or not? Write it down in the comments, and also write down in the comments what are your ideas to use this amazing mission tree, to use this national ideas, considering that you don't have to start as Cyprus or the Knights to get it. And we're going to see in the next video.